many compliments on my icing. And the truth is that it's really, really simple, almost embarrassingly so. It only contains 2, sometimes 3 ingredients. In this case, it'll be 3 ingredients because we're going to be adding the vanilla bean. But besides that, it's just butter and powdered sugar. For this large batch, I will start with a pound of butter, and it's room temperature, so it's pretty soft, which will make it easier for whipping. Now we're going to add powdered sugar. Start with about 4 cups, and depending on the consistency that you want, you can add more. Okay, and goes the vanilla bean. We're starting at a really good consistency. In this box, and there's a real art to mixing good icing colors. I like to use the gels a lot, and they either come in a container like this or a little squirt one. I don't often use the old-fashioned food coloring because it's so diluted that you have to add a lot to get a good color, and then it ends your icing too much. So I try to stay away from those unless absolutely necessary. But what I do with colors is follow the old the color wheel. And so many times if you just add pink or you just add blue or you just add green, you're going to get a very unsophisticated color. So if I'm making pink, then I'm going to add a touch of green to it. And so what this does is it just dulls the pink a little bit to make it a more sophisticated looking color. So it's not just so vibrant pink, but it just has that little, by adding the yellow and the blue that make the green, kind of incorporate that little brownness to the pink that just gives it a better looking color. So I think that's all I need. Okay, so there's our white, and now we're going to add in pink. Start with this, and I just insert a knife, and I don't want I want a really pretty pale pink. So I'm just going to start just a little dab, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my touch of green, and it's just a small touch. Just put it on there. Okay, now we're ready to put the icing into the pastry bags. And I use these disposable pastry bags, which are just a dream because one of the biggest pains of pastry bags is cleaning them and getting the oily buttercream off of the pastry bag. And this way I can just throw it away. And I actually do not even use a pastry tip. What I like to do is cut off just the tip at about, and so there's an opening. It's about a ½ inch in diameter, and you can make it bigger, smaller, however you want it to look. But I think you'll find that decorating cupcakes this way is actually so much easier than even just spreading it on with a knife. This just is such a clean and tidy way to do cupcakes. So I use the ice cream scoop again. Fold down the top of the pastry bag so that you have a nice clean edge to fold back up. Hold it in one hand and scoop it. If you don't have the ice cream scoop, you can just use a normal spoon, but I like this better because I don't have to keep wiping it off. Just kind of does it. And don't fill it too full, but I'm putting about 4 or 5 scoops in here in the bag. Both of my bags of frosting ready to go with the ends snipped off, and I'm going to show you my technique for cupcake decoration. So with this hand, I squeeze the icing down, and with this hand, I balance the cupcake. And I kind of start in the middle, pushing out, and work it around. And then when I get to the top, I just pull it up like that. And see how simple that is to ice the cupcakes. You don't have to deal with a messy spatula. Okay, we're going to do one more with the pink. Round and up. Simple. Now I'm going to do some with the white. Same method. And you can put a little or as much frosting as you like. I kind of like this amount of frosting because it's not too much where you can't eat it, but it's still enough so that it looks